I think the biggest question when it comes to Thatcher Demko, who finishes number 3 on our list here of the Canucks' top 10 prospects, is when. When is he going to be, with the Canucks? When is he going to be in a position where he can start impacting wins and losses for this team? Because you can spend forever developing and building an AHL goalie. But at the end of it, you only have an AHL goalie. It can still take years when these guys get to the NHL, even if they've had all the development in the world, it can still take years of figuring out the pro league, pro shooter, or not pro, but NHL, the best shooters, the best league. It can take a couple of years to figure that out. That's why a lot of teams are using younger goalies to be backups right now in the NHL. The problem for Demko and the Canucks is that their farm club is in Utica. There's no team further from their big club to their farm club that has more distance to travel. It's not an easy back and forth. And talking to Dan Clucci, what he thinks and what he believes is that at this point in his development, Demko needs games. He needs to play. Well, if he's the backup for the Vancouver Canucks this upcoming season, it's probably not going to happen because he's going to be in a spot playing behind Jacob Markstrom, you would think, who we can pencil in right now for 55 to 60 games. That's not leaving Demko with a big-time workload, the type of workload that I think Clucci wants from him. I think that's why they signed Nielsen last year to a 2-year deal to give Demko yet another year in Utica. So that's what I think is probably going to happen this fall. Demko will spend another year starting in Utica, another year leading that team, being the number 1 guy, and developing into a spot where he can share the workload moving forward. I think the Canucks believe that would set him up better in the years to come. I like the idea of getting young goalies, NHL experience as soon as possible. I think that's what Demko wanted this past season. He wanted a game. He got it late in the year, just one though. And he thought that it was the type of experience that could help him in this offseason. He needs a big-time offseason to get prepared for this fall, to show the Canucks that he's ready for games and he's ready to play. The team certainly believes big time in him. They love his personality. They love his kind of attitude and his poise and his maturity. When you talk to him, and I think that some of the Canucks have the same kind of feeling, but when you talk to him, when you see him, he's got the right makeup to have success in a market like this. He's pretty even-tempered. He doesn't go swing, doesn't have big swings of passion, no big ups and downs. And I think that's going to serve him well when he finally does arrive in Vancouver, which is going to be for some games this fall, but probably not in a big-time role for another year.